Mongoose Jake here with the X-Shot Turbo Advance. Now, this is the previous yellow version. As far as I know, there isn't any internal difference or performance difference between this and the recently shown white and blue version. So I'm going to approach this as the two being identical blasters with a basically paint scheme change. Now, just personal opinion, I do prefer the white version. It looks nice. The yellow's not terrible, but I do prefer the nice clean looking white and blue version that has the accents of orange over the yellow myself. Just my personal taste. But I'm going to approach this as a review of it in either color. Now, I already have a chronograph test and an unboxing. I will put cards to those up above. I'll show you first the unboxing, and then a little later I'll put a card up there for the chronograph test, and I'll also put those links to those videos in the description below. Now, I am doing this in advance of a comparison to the other two name brand, which I do consider X-Shot a name brand. For me, I consider it to be the big four. You got Nerf, of course, as the biggest, Busby, X-Shot, and Dart Zone. I consider them all to be name brand. I know some people call them off brands, but it's not what the video is about. But for me, they're all name brand because if you're in the hobby, you recognize all four of those. Now, moving on, I am going to do a comparison shootout style between this and the other two drum-fed pump action blasters, which of course is the Nerf Surgefire, which I currently am testing, and I will have a video review on it out as well ahead of the shootout, and the Busby Barbarian, which I've been testing as well. I'm going to finish individual reviews, and then we're going to do a shootout of the two. But I will include comments on each of those in the other blasters reviews. But focusing on the X-Shot Turbo Advance itself, as you can see, this is a large blaster. There's no way around it. Now, it's not heavy. I've handed this off to my wife, my kids, and they've tried it, and for them, well, mainly my kids have tried it, but for them at 8 and 11, they're able to handle it. My 8-year-old actually, she loves this thing. It's fantastic. Good ergonomics for me, and they're able to handle it. So that's kudos to X-Shot. They have made something that is a very capable platform and usable for all ages. Now for me, I find the action very smooth, very nice solid construction. I said this when I went over their crossbow, from their bug series. The construction is very solid. The plastic and build and quality feel to it is every bit as good as Nerf, if not a little better. Because like in the crossbow shootout video, I actually claimed that to me the X-Shot felt the best built out of all of them. Of course, that was comparing also to Busby's Dwight's crossbow and the Nerf, well actually I have it right here, the crossbolt. I gave the vote to the crossbow overall. Overall the blaster was better because of hiccups in the other two. However, the best built one was definitely the X-Shot. And this carries on over to the Turbo Advance. This feels very well made, very well designed. And I mean, it has some thoughtful things where you can actually quickly and fairly easily remove this drum. So if you can get your hands on some extras, you know, that is not a difficult. You see me do that here live on camera. You just simply pop that out, pop that out. Let's picture that I had a dump pouch with a couple of them in there, and slide it back in, lock it in place, and you're good to go. So they've made this well made and well designed, and the key feature is of course a 40 round drum with pump action, and it fires the inner ring and then you switch it to the outer ring. Pretty neat. Or you can start on the outer ring, switch to the inner ring, either way. Now it does that by actually flipping the plunger tube around. When you activate the switch, the outlet on the plunger tube swivels. And it's a pretty neat and very simple design, and I think it'll be reliable long term. The fact is if you watch my chronograph video, this thing hits well above average. I mean, it was shooting in the middle to high 70s with the included darts from X-Shot as well as with Nerf Elites. But then of course I threw the Busby Precise Pros in it, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, huge advantage in performance with the Busby Precise Pros. So something to keep in mind. Now directly comparing it, because I am testing all three blasters currently, because that's what I do. I grab blasters and I unbox them, and I test them for sometimes months at a time before doing a review. And I grab them and use them and hand them off to other people. And what I can tell you about this is, this thing is solid. This is kind of going ahead with a little bit of what's going to be seen in my shootout here probably in a few weeks. Or sooner, the surge fire doesn't feel solid. Not like this. This feels comfortable. It feels solid. It feels sturdy, actually, to say a word. To put it into one word, it feels sturdy. It feels like this thing is not going to break, it's not going to bend, it's not going to creak and cause issues down the road with weakness. It feels just well built. And I've seen that from X-Shot quite a bit. And I have almost no complaints. The one thing that I have found is that if you get in a hurry, this does not have slam fire, so you're not going to slam fire it. See, it's not firing. The only noise you're hearing is it rotating the drum around, which is nice. It will rotate the drum, so let's say if you threw in some darts over here, rotate it around. Well, I got a bin of Nerf Elite darts over here that I was doing some chronograph testing on another blaster. See, this is the key thing about drums. I can get it around and fire it, you know. And that's something with a magazine you can't do that. You can't just throw in a couple darts real quick and then cycle it through and get to them. These you can. Great for scavenging. If you get in a huge hurry, you're running around and you're firing off like crazy, I have got it to had a false halfway advance in the drum. It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. So that's something to keep an eye out for. I've had it to where it pumped, but it didn't quite advance the cylinder. And it happens under basically trying to go full speed with it. You know, I'm not going to, of course, it's not going to do it while I'm standing here. But it has happened. You know, if I say that this thing may have already been fired a couple thousand times, in that time it may have happened maybe 10. So it's a pretty good track record. But that is my only complaint with this. It's not horribly expensive, but it is getting up there. So that's something to keep in mind. I'll put a link to where I can find the best deals, and then of course always search around for sales and whatnot. But the price of this does get up there a little bit. And that is something to consider. But a lot of times you can find X-Shot blasters at pretty good bargains with huge packages. Like they'll send out some of them. The one I bought, it came with a gob of darts. You can see that in the unboxing video. It came with a lot for your money. I mean, you got the blaster and a ton of darts. It would be nice if they included an extra drum. So, X-Shot, if you ever do watch a video, this one here, if you ever see it, it would be really nice if you made a package deal of your Turbo Advance and include 2 drums. Just be nice. I mean, I know the whole idea is that it's an integrated drum, but you make this with a very easy to use quick release. I mean, that's really easy. And here I am doing it with my non-dominant hand. You know, I'm a little ambidextrous, but I'm still more right-handed than not, and that's still easy for me. And as you can see, it goes in fairly smoothly, comes out easily. It's overall very well designed, and that's the main thing I keep thinking of. It's sturdy and well designed, and it performs very well. So, for me, I definitely give this thing a thumbs up. The Turbo Advance from X-Shot is a good blaster overall. And if you prefer the drum-fed style instead of magazine-fed, and if you like a pump-action Springer, I definitely recommend you check this out. But I thank you for sticking around through the full review. This is Mongoose Jake with X-Shot's Turbo Advance. Thanks for watching.